WingsTV Behind the Scenes content is sponsored by Weird Media.
Right, we're after training on Friday. Unusual for this week that we have got another training session tomorrow. But thanks. We'll start with Monday. We had a group of young players go to Dartford. How do you think that went?
Well, it did what it needed to do, which was give minutes to players who needed minutes and give us a chance to have a look at a couple of other players and a chance to look at some of the young players as well. So, the result wasn't a great one, but there were some positives to take from it.
And obviously we've got minutes into Barney and people like that. So, is it going to be a similar type team that plays Croydon in the London Senior Cup in a couple of weeks? Yeah,
it'll probably be more of a mix of the young lads. We've got bigger things to focus on than that.
Matt, today, training. I heard your comment that you're happy with training. There's a great atmosphere, there's some great goals flying in left, right and centre and a few different systems and that being tried out. How do you think training went, bearing in mind we're focusing on Sunday's game?
Yeah, it was good. We were just talking at the end there with the boys. It's very pleasing that we're starting to see some of the things that we've been working on the training field. We're starting to see them come off in the games now. And you just got a clown over your shoulder there, Ben Jefford, trying to make us laugh. But it's great. It's always good as a coach when you see things starting to manifest on the pitch on Saturday that have been happening on the training pitch.
Paul, is there a degree of confidence taken from that training pitch today and going into Sunday's game amongst the group?
Yeah, again, I think it's just reassurance, more so than confidence. It's reassurance that believing in the things that we do out there do actually work and have an impact on the game. It's effective. So I think the boys are assured that they can try them things out there, knowing that come a match day, they will be effective in a game.
Louis, great sight at the training camp today. The return of Kieran, and at least to me, and he looks, like he's not far off joining in the group in training. Is that where he is at the moment?
Yeah, he's been doing a bit of lateral running today, and next week he'll be progressing to a bit multi-directional running. So he said he can be anywhere from a week and a half to 2 weeks. It's just a matter of how his knee reacts to the multi-directional running next week. So, but as you say, it's good to see him out there, and he's looking pretty good at the moment. We've just got to see how his body reacts.
So we soon have a full squad. Talking of squad, a few complications with Sunday's available squad. We've got players ourselves out on loan at clubs. Can you let us know of the players that are out on loan, that have been out on loan, those that are available for the cup match?
Yeah, well, the situation at the moment is Joey Taylor his loan should finish today, if not today, tomorrow. So he should be available for Sunday. But Tash, his loan doesn't finish until Tuesday next week, so he won't be available. Kojo's cup tied, and so is Nort's. And obviously Harry, Sandro and Tom haven't been made available for it. So we've got more than enough to cope, and we've obviously figured out our squad and what we're going to go with on Sunday, and we're pretty happy at the moment.
Last season we had a similar situation for the Maidstone game in the FA Cup, where our goalkeeper wasn't allowed from Reading, and Benji came in and sort of made the position his own for a while. Is this a chance for Mikey to step in tomorrow and put in a great performance, and the way the ethos is at the club, has he got a chance of making the number one shirt his own?
That's me, yeah. I think, like you've just said, whenever anybody steps in and plays, it is their chance to stake their claim for the next game. So if he comes in on Sunday, and plays well, and does the things that we know he can do, then of course he'll have a chance of starting the following game against Guiseley. It's just the way that football is. You play well week in, week out, you'll be in the team. And the way it is, especially when you've got a big squad to choose from, it's competition there, and it's good because it keeps the boys on their toes and keeps them performing at a high level. So it's a chance for him, definitely.
Paul, let's not get away from the fact that drawing a Roman Premier side in the FA Cup is a good draw for our club. So Their pitch, I've read, I don't know if you probably know because you look into everything, the pitch may be a bit of a leveller tomorrow. What do we do as a club, as a team, to make sure that we can adapt to their surroundings in the occasion?
And we make sure we're prepared, we're focused, we're ready to play a game of football like any other weekend. We prepared the same as we would for any other opposition that we face. We've looked at them in great detail, focused on points that we feel we could be effective with, areas that we feel we could be better. So again, like you say, it's 11v11. Doesn't matter which league they play, who plays for them, who plays for us. We've got to go out and earn the right to play, and make sure when we do play, we are effective with the ball, and we make sure that we get a result that we're looking for, which is to win.
Thanks. Some big clubs go out, and at this stage of the competition, I say we're a big club at this stage of the FA Cup to smaller clubs. Why is that? Is that attitude? Is that failing to deal with the surroundings? Is it not being prepared? And are we, in your mind, ready to take whatever comes on Sunday?
Yeah, you see giant killings happen all the time, and obviously the lower division team will always raise their game. Because they've got a lot at stake, financially, and they've got the opportunity to draw bigger teams. So they're always going to be very motivated. And where the bigger teams and the teams from higher divisions tend to fall down, I would say, majority of the time is down to attitude and application. Psychologically, a lot of players can turn up thinking it's going to be a walk in the park, easy day at the office, and they don't approach the game in the same manner. But there's no chance we will allow that to happen. We've already set the players' expectations today. We've told them about the pitch. We've told them they know what to expect. They know that grades are going to be up for it. They've got incentives, but we've given our players incentives as well. So we know that the players' attitudes are going to be spot on come Sunday. And if we play with the right attitude, which we expect, our quality should come through, should shine through, and we should win the game.
Matt, it's not a long trip for our fans, and our fans, when it's fairly local, they do tend to travel in big numbers, so it's not beyond the possibilities that we will have as many or more as Grays on Sunday. So it's important for our fans to really make it a great atmosphere, get behind our players and negate any kind of home advantage for Grays.
Yeah, like Louise was saying, the ground that we're playing at might not be a kind of ground where you can get a lot of atmosphere there. So it's important that the crowd make sure that they bring the atmosphere with it, because it's not going to be a big stadium, like when you go to a Wrexham or someone like that, where you don't need too many in there to make the atmosphere kind of raise, because it's enclosed. It's going to be wide open, and it's important that our fans really get behind the boys, because it's a game of football against a team of players that are highly motivated. They've already won 3 rounds in it. They're on a cup run already. They're going to have a momentum behind them, and we need to match them in every single way and be better than them in every single department, on the pitch and off the pitch. So the guys that travel down to watch the game on Sunday, they've got a big job and a big part to play in it to help us get over the line.
As your season as a manager with your 2 head coaches, Louis, this is the first time that you've managed and you guys, I guess, coached at this kind of stage of the FA Cup. How important is it to you 3 personally, your first crack at the FA Cup as management?
I've said it before, I'll say it again. All 3 of us are managers, a management team. Alright, so they're not head coaches, they're managers too. It's definitely our first crack, with the FA Cup, and it's nice, but literally we see it as another game. It's another game. We're going to approach it in the same manner. We're not going to change our attitude and anything we do. We're just going to go into the game, aim to win it, and be in the hat for the next round. And it's always nice, drawing against a big team, and our motivation is to try and go as far as we possibly can. 3rd round is when the Premier League teams come in, and everyone aims for that. So that's what we'll be aiming for. But we've got to take it each game as it comes. And Sunday we're not going to be looking past that. We're going to approach it in the right manner, give them the right respect. But if we do what we expect the players to do and players we expect to play, we should win.
Louis, Matt, Paul, thanks for today and good luck on Sunday.
Cheers.